All right, my good people. Hope everybody's doing just fine. I want to talk to you guys really quickly. So, anyways, I will do so while I have some matches going on. So, anyways, yesterday, Retromania dropped its first ever DLC, paid DLC, and in doing so, what they did, what they added made that game that much more fun. Now, that all being said, there's always an audience, and there's people that's have they have more entrance now back into this game. Now, everyone who says they should just make a new one, they have said that. It's like, why? When you didn't finish the first one. That's always been, something that I just never understood about people. Because so we'll do Magnum TA and Macho Man versus these two. I never understood that about people. That you just give up on something and think just because you make a new one, somehow there's going to be interest. Like, no, you have to give people a reason, to want to invest in what you're doing. So, what we did yesterday, I posted videos, but what we did was we got something that was long overdue. Now, I love that game, always had fun with it, and like I said, it just needed some more. Something else to do. Now, Tony Khan is the one who said that he was going to keep this game updated for the foreseeable future. His plan was just to keep this game updated. Now, Tony Khan at times will not dig into something because he does have plans, and I guess he doesn't want things leaked, so it's a surprise when you do get it. Okay, great. Well, this is what I hope that if his interest or anybody around him whose interest is really still into building this game, because I actually love this game. If he doesn't add anything, okay, cool. If he does, great. That's even better because basically this thing's, of course, we already know. We already know there's things that they just simply have to unlock. We know this. We already know these things. So I'm not here to give a description of what they need to do and how they need to do it, but Tony Khan should understand. If he has his nose into this, Retromania just took a game, okay, that's older than your game. They took this game, and after years of doing nothing with it, okay, they got back to it. The difference, okay, in Fight Forever will always be this. When you have a game that have current wrestlers, it's a current big product. We're not talking about TNA right now. We're not talking about, a smaller company that, is here but people don't know it's there. If Tony Khan was to jump right back into this, or maybe he's doing it and just not saying anything right now, I don't know. But the last question that he was asked about this game, I don't understand where people are coming from talking about a Fight Forever 2. I mean, he was asked about that, and he was saying, he definitely has plans on doing something in the future. But he didn't say anything this time about pushing this game forward. He didn't say anything about a timeline of, making a second one. And like I said, I just don't see the point. Because there's so much more things, just little things that they can do with this game that they did not do, that they could have easily done. When all you have to do is unlock what's already in the game, then you're adding different things to the game as well. For every face that you scan, for every new downloadable character and everything, it makes the game that much more interesting. And then people that already have this game, now it's all about just buying the new DLC. So hopefully Tony Khan understands. He already has a great thing, and AEW is a huge name in this sport. They have a lot going for them, a whole lot. And yeah, this would be like, we're just reintroducing this game. We're giving you something that we didn't give you the first time in this game. And with all the things that we did give you, now, here we go. Because to start all over, and they have the engine, they bought the rights to the engine, so they have the engine for this game. Why start all over without finishing something that you already started? So maybe somebody can, talk that, relay that to Tony Khan, and Tony Khan will understand, get that word that, hey man, there's still an interest in this game. And people are posting let me tell you something. Every day, I see people posting videos of this game. People are still posting videos of Fire Pro Wrestling. Hell, we can even go back further. There's people still posting videos of AAA 13, 14 years ago when this game came out. And they're still right now posting videos of this game. So once you start something, man, I just feel like it's too easy for people to just give up. Okay, we did this, we did that. And I'm not saying he is or he isn't going to continue. For me, it's just the way he answered a question of what did you learn from, Fight Forever was your first game. It had mixed reviews. The game was fun, but to some it didn't have enough content. And okay, cool. We already know these things. And he said, well, we learned a lot with that game and this and that. And now, had he said at this moment, oh, we learned a whole lot. And now going forward with this game, pretty much we're confident that what we're going to add now is, going to be like the reintroduction of this game where people are going to love it even more. If he had said something like that, then it feels more like, okay, cool. Right? Well, I don't know what they're doing. Now, if he does, it does. It's not like it's I'm a grown adult, man. I'm not going to sit up here punching the fucking wall and upset. Like, whatever happens, happens. But the thing is, I just paid attention to how people are gravitating towards Retromania now. Because, see, what happens is this. Like, think about this, y'all. How long have you guys been talking about, what's the other two wrestling games that's supposed to come out, and every freaking 3-4 months, you got that one guy sitting there at his desk that just keep telling you about, oh, it's supposed to be this new wrestler is coming, and this new wrestler is coming. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about. How many times are we going to sit back and, and when I say we, I don't mean myself included. I mean all of the people that keep thinking that this game is just going to come out and blow your socks off. They got so much going. Do you really think that this game is moving as well as they want you to think? And we can't even get simple updates on this game. No gameplay, just a bunch of, they're adding this guy and this guy. And then you guys do what you always do. Let me sit here, use my imagination, and tell myself how incredibly great this game is going to be, and then nothing happens. This is not how you do good business at all. So I look at this game and I say, okay, at least we got this game, and the game is fun to me. And for the people that are going, okay, this is what they're going to do with this next video game and this other video game. Here's 2 wrestling video games, 2, that's just been in development for like damn near 5 years now. And we just keep hearing the same things over and over. Just adding another wrestler to the roster and adding, okay, can we get some gameplay? Can we get some footage of anything? Right? So give us a reason to, hey, really look forward to this game, because what I don't do is let me use my imagination. No, I don't. You know, and as much as I would love for this game to really like hit and they knock it out the park, what have we seen to make us think that what we've already seen? I have seen nothing so far that makes me go, this game is going to be incredible. And hoping that it does. But at the same time, where is it? Like where is it? What is so incredibly difficult that we can't even get simple, a gameplay? Every time we see anything that looks like, okay, they're doing something, it's just this one little, it just stopped. It'll be like one little short clip of not really much of anything, but just, oh, they showed this, that stopped, the gameplay and all of that. Then we just keep getting little animated screenshots of what wrestler they just added. So while you're waiting for that, the disappointment is, one, if it never comes out, okay, and then two, when you get it and go, man, I thought this game was going to be good. Because what's happening right now is, I notice when I watch people, on different social media outlets, right? When they're playing 2K, if you notice, most of these people are not even using like the actual wrestlers. They're using like, and that's fine. I love using like the created characters for sure. But they're using like people with like actual robots, or like, guys people that look like somebody like standing on the street corner or something. Like, they don't look like actual wrestlers. They don't look like. So understand, 5 years, 6 years ago, you got people now. Just say, for example, if somebody that was 10 years old is 15 or 16 now, and that person right now is going, okay, what's new? Oh, 2K, 20, okay. And think about it. These people don't even know about these two wrestling games. I can't remember the names of them, honestly. Was it Virtual something, or the other one? I forget. But you guys know what I'm talking about. They don't even know about these two games. So us that's been hearing about it for the past 5 or 6 years, like, okay, well, what's going on with the game? Why is it taking so long, right? Then you get to the point, you just, man, when it happens, it happens. I'm certainly not sitting up crossing my fingers waiting for it. It's just, and understand, it's not like it's a company, a wrestling promotion that's delivering you a game that has their current wrestlers, that this is their roster now. This is past, present wrestlers that's on there. And it's not an actual real wrestling promotion, which I'm fine with. But the way people are now, it's different, man. And the first thing that, even when they go, oh, I don't know this guy, right? Who's the one? Who's going to be buying these games when they come out? You understand what I mean? Because let's not get it twisted. The majority of 2K fans don't like nothing but 2K. So when it comes to any other wrestling game, for whatever stupid reason, they see it as the enemy. Not even competition, the enemy. Like, I can't buy that. I can't play that. It's foolish. So basically, you're reduced to what? If you think about it, for anybody that wants something other than just 2K, or they don't want 2K at all, they want something new, something different. Well, if you don't like Retromania and you don't like Fight Forever, what else do you have to choose from? And then on top of that, with Retromania doing updates, and hopefully, like I said, they keep it going, it's a different style, it's a different look, a different feel. So if everything is just going to continue to be, well, when 2K comes out, or the next 2K, and then you guys sit and complain about who should have been on the game, what they should have done. You know who really likes the 2K game, this new one? It's the younger people. The people that's been complaining about 2K in general, the majority of them don't like this new one either. Now, some of you guys, like I said, are very spoiled, and you just want things like on the same level as a child, man. Like, when a kid goes into a toy store, they just, that's what a lot of you remind me of. So what happens is, these people that are saying, oh, I like this game, yeah, this is their introduction, but you're going, nah, this game sucks. The last good one that they had was 2K16 or 14 or 18 or whatever the hell. But what happened? You're still waiting for something that's not coming out. So if Tony Khan digs in his bag and say, you know what, Yeah, man, the people are speaking and they're saying this. Yeah, you know what? Let's start unlocking. Let's start. Why did you get Mercedes Monet face scan? Different people face scan. Like, what's the purpose of going through all of that just to decide? Okay, let me see what happens in the future. It's a waste of time, man. And like I said, I have fun with this game, so I'm good. But if they, my thing is, if you're going to make something in the future, right? Great. But in the meantime, this is what we have. I love this game, but there's no need to buy the engine and then don't use it. And then if you're gonna use the same engine on a new game, that's the part right there that I just feel like there's no need to just say, okay, whenever it happens, it happens. He also mentioned about they're going to make different types of games as well, not just wrestling games. Cool, great. I'm all for all that. But in the meantime, man, there's just things that they can do that, like I said, we said, the simplest things. The simplest things. And you want to know, people would definitely go, you know what, damn, I like this game even more now. You know what? And just say for people that did buy the other DLC, guarantee you they'll go, you know what? Let me get everybody. You have to know how to stay afloat, man. You can't just, the same effort he puts into AEW as a wrestling company itself, it's the same thing, man. You just have to understand you are in control. You are the one that's going to dictate and say, no, let me change that. I don't like that word, dictate. You're the one, you're going to lead by example. You're going to demonstrate and say, hey, let me show you what I got for you guys. And hey, they're going to look and go, damn, you know what? This is what we've been asking for. And that's the easiest part about it. Give the people what they've been asking for, what they should have gotten from day one. Do you know how many people would be so, like, completely elated if they hear patch notes or just say no update to AEW Fight Forever, right? You can now do the 4-way weapon match. You can now do 4-way, 3-way weapon match. You can now do 4-way, 3-way elimination match. You can now do tag team elimination match. Do you understand, like, things that's already in this game with the weapons match? Because when you play the season mode, Road to Elite, you have that 4-way weapons match. Why did you not put this in the game from the very beginning? Like, things like that. Hey, you can now use all of your updated wrestlers and the Casino Battle Royal. Why? Like, how hard is that? These are things that the people should get. And we already know we should have gotten it already from day one. We know this already. But, things like that and those little touches, these are things that's here already. You already have a handicap match in here. Why not just unlock these things? And you find, like, those little things will make people so much more interested, because it's like, now, okay, it's more match types. Okay, cool. It's not about, I don't care what 2K is doing. It has nothing to do with 2K. Look at what your game has and what you can do to make this the best possible experience that you can. And it shouldn't be hard at all. You should really be able to see what you can do. And here's the thing, right? Even if you add the cage match, great. Here's the thing about it, though. With AEW Fight Forever, if you think about the audience, the people that still playing this game, look, now you see people playing this game. They're starting to create wrestlers now. Whereas before, they were lazy as hell. They barely wanted to create anything. You had some people who were very unique with their creations, and they would do things. I'm one of these people. What happens when you do that? You're showing interest, and you're utilizing what the game has to offer to, okay, let's make this the best experience. So all we need for Tony Khan to do is just wake up and go, hey, you know what, man? They're right. Let's give these people what they deserve. And that's the way I see this. It's not something that should be off the radar, man. Your interest was to go forward. And, I mean, man, listen, I don't care about what 2K is doing. The whole thing about 2K, if you look at the match type, look at what things people are doing with this island thing. Now, you want to talk about realistic? Is the island realistic? Oh, the city, no, it's a freaking game. So now that the smoke clears, if you sit and pay attention, you can look and say, you know what, man? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do that. Let's, you know what? We have this. Like, look, this is one of the things that I love when they made the I love, where's the map at? I love the what you call it? The Japanese shrine map. I love all of the maps they made. The beach, definitely, because I love the outdoor stuff. And it was like, that was long. There's something that just came out of nowhere. You know, you can fight out in the water and everything. I mean, just everything beautiful. Okay, but also when you think about it, right? You have that the haunted house. The fact that the barbed wire is there, you can actually have a barbed wire match on that map. It's no, oh, use your imagination. No, you don't have to. I don't do that dumb shit. I just look at what's there. You can actually have, and that's what it is. It's barbed wire, right? You can actually utilize that. And that had me feeling like, you know what, man, this is great. this is a beautiful thing. So things of that nature, if you can use your creativity for that type of stuff, this is my whole thing. Why not just say, you know what, let me go all out. And then I'm going to do things that these other games don't have. And you have the exploding barbed wire. I love that. Great. But just like I told you, now check this out, right? I made Bozilla before she came to AEW. That it was one match, but I made her before that. I made Ace Austin a long ass time ago, and you notice it's a pattern when I make people. All of a sudden they wind up popping up here at AEW at one point. But yeah, man, yeah, these are things that I'm saying, man. It's like we have so many different things, so many different directions that, and it's not like it's something that this is going to take forever to do. And that's why when I look at what's happening, I just say, okay, you know what, man? They're going to do what they're going to do. But if you're going to like not pay attention to what's happening and realize right now, this game is still in a great position. I mean, it is what it is. But if you like just take for granted, like, you know, I'll wait and then some time will go by. And whatever game, I'm not telling you they can't do it again and do it way better. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it would be far more anticipation if you would do what you need to with this one. And that way, when you do decide, hey, you know what, we're gonna finally make that that part two. Not even a part two, just another or whatever. It doesn't have to be a part two. But whatever they choose to do, the point is it would be that much more anticipation. And the fact that you made the effort to say, hey man, you know what, let's go back in and finish this game. You know, let's go back in and do this game. Let's do what we should have did the first time. I mean, think about it, because for me, just unlock what's here. Now, shit, the Doris a nice cage match? Hell yeah, I'd love that. Hell yeah, I'd love that. But, you know, yeah, unlock what's here already, man. And give the people what they deserve, man. Don't you know, and my thing is this, right? I feel like after, you know, these guys did what they did with Retromania, it's definitely that much, should be that much easier for AEW, for Tony Khan to do what he's doing. And this was a game that was out 3 freaking years, and I had got to the point where I said, yeah, I think it's pretty much on the shelf now. Because we was hearing nothing about this game, and one day out of nowhere, I'm just on YouTube and the video pops up of some bald guy some guy with a bald spot in his head was saying, hey, you know what, Retromania is back. This and that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. A whole year went by, nothing happened. And it's like, all right, next thing I know, they're making Retromania cabinets and stuff. So I said, okay, I think they've pulled the plug on this game. Pause 1 second. And so the following year, this is when we get the whole, okay, they're coming back, they're making new DLCs, and they stuck to their word, and they finally did it. But my point with all of that is, here's a game that we thought was completely dead because we thought they just gave up on it. But it turns out, nope, they're back in it. And in one day, and look, in one day, a game that has only 22 wrestlers in total, right? They gave us 3 new maps. And they made some changes, some different customizations and things that we can do, gameplay, game style, and stuff like that. They bottom line, they did a great job. Now, a game that only has 22 wrestlers have people re-interested in it. You understand? There's no way this game right here can't do the same thing. Because people, like I said, people are still playing it now. They're doing more with it than it was before. And I'm talking about the people that play it. These content creators that record themselves playing the game and everything. But this is like, it's like building a freaking car, man. You have all the parts you need, but then you just decide to not go out and finish the car. Like, you know what I mean? It's drivable, everything. What does it need? Oh, I forgot to put the stripe on the side. I forgot to, put that little design on the interior right. And that's all it is. It's like little things like, no, you're in no danger of the car's fine, it's great. It's, just a couple of things we forgot to put on it. And the whole thing was, what wasn't on here wasn't forgotten. I told you guys from the very beginning, listening to Kenny Omega talk, he was talking about just anybody can pick up and play. You know, they always show some goofy shit on commercials, like kids or families sitting around just mashing buttons with their tongue halfway out, smiling. Nobody plays. I didn't do that shit even when I was a kid, man. Nobody plays games that way. They thought that's, like for what they were doing, and the fact that it's an arcade style game, and okay, great. But then they learned, like, nah, man, you can't just come out here and just give us some things and say, okay, it's a wrap. Like, no. The very follow-up that we got from the initial drop of this game was a month later, which was Stadium Stampede. Great idea. Great idea. Now, the fact that we can fight in Stadium Stampede, you can give the actual Stadium Stampede match. You can do backstage fighting. I mean, if you look at the Stadium Stampede map, look at all those different rooms you can go in. Look at all the, they have, it's so much that I'm saying is already in the game that they can just unlock for us. And, hey, you know what, be creative and just, hey, come on. You can't miss. There's no way. There's no way. So, yeah, hopefully Tony Khan will pay attention to this video. Because, one of the things that I see happening with so many people is they pretend and just go along with what everybody else is playing or what everybody else is saying. But I look at even the, I was on TikTok the other night, and there was like 5 different people playing Fight Forever. Right? And I noticed that, like, the people that's playing 2K, a lot of them, they're playing the older 2Ks. More so than they're playing the new one. But what I notice too, right, when I'm watching these videos, the people in the comment sections, they all have this whole, you know what, the best 2K was blah, blah, blah. I don't like this. I keep seeing these comments, right? These people want something different. And that's the whole point. So, yeah, man, like I said, all this old my GM, I don't really care about my GM and all that. When you heat, like on having the ability to put a card together and it's no different from playing tournament mode on here where I can play myself or either I can just watch the computer play, right? But bottom line, we have that option. Pause. Yeah, so the modes that you put on, it's basically Tony Khan has to treat this game just like he treats his show. Your show is for AEW wrestling fans. Your show is not designed for, we're trying to appease the WWE audience. No, you have a show, you have your vision, your company is ran the way in a different manner. So it's the same thing. So when you have like match types, when you have different type of modes and things that you can do on here, it's refreshing when people go, damn, I love this. I never thought about this idea. Nobody else has this. And I'm not saying that he's listening to anybody else, because the game, You know, the thing that people don't understand, this game actually sold very well. The thing is, a lot of times people, they focus more on the backlash. Because like I said, most of the time, the people who really like something, the people who pretty much are more positive are quiet. They don't say anything. So people get the impression like, okay, like you keep hearing about mixed reviews. Yeah, it got mixed reviews. But it's like, you know that this game sold very well. Why would you not just say, hey, you know what, man, let's go do this, let's go do that. And then guess what? Everybody's playing look, people play it offline. I know people personally. They play, a lot of people. They play it offline, right? They play. They don't necessarily record themselves. You think the only time I play this game is when I'm recording? No, I don't want to record every time I feel like playing a game. So what ends up happening though is what would end up happening is if he did that. Yeah, people would say, you know what? Let me start playing this game again. Let me start recording myself playing this game again. You know, I mean, everything. You just have to, you know, put the work in, man, and say, fuck it. Let's do this, and we're gonna do the things, like I said, what's necessary. And by the time you make a second game, wrestling game, it's hey, everybody's interested again, man. I've been sitting here trying to remember the name of these two wrestling games that we're talking about, and I can't. But and the thing is, I can remember the one game, the Wrestling Code. Yes, the Wrestling Code. I can remember watching when they were out fighting out in a backyard scene type environment of wrestling and all this stuff. And I'm just looking at the game. I'm okay, cool. And you know, they had certain little screens, and then months go by, and it's the same little things. Then they'll show you like another 15, 20-second clip. But you wasn't getting any actual wrestling. You just kept getting little entrances and stuff like that. Then they started to show things where we wasn't sure if it was actual gameplay or cutscene. And I know when people play those games, I know what it's about. Then we, you know, the other wrestling game, virtual, whatever the hell, Ultra Pro, yes, Ultra Pro. Same thing with that. Where they would show us the wrestling, you know, we saw the basic, okay, cool. But months and months go by, we're not seeing anything that's really different. All we're seeing is just a whole lot of the same things. Then all of a sudden, there's been a delay, a slight delay. They're working hard at the game, blah, blah, blah. Months and months go by, a year go by. Oh, they're adding Sabu to the game. You know, they're adding, okay, but nothing. There's two boxing games I heard about that never came out. There's, you know, they got these wrestling games that's made like WrestleQuest. Okay, you know, that's not the type of stuff I'm into. That's for somebody else. So for me, when I see games like WrestleQuest, I just feel like, all right, what's going on? Like, what's really going on with wrestling games in general? What's really the story? What's the holdup? You know, now you had the other game. What was it called? Ultra Pro Violence, where you're getting tossed off of like scaffolds and like you're like way up. And I said, this game doesn't feel like an authentic wrestling game. This game just feels like a bunch of stuntmen. You're just throwing, like, that's the highlight, just throwing people off of things. And that's exactly what they focused on. And who really cared? Like, who really cared about this game? You see, when you first see something for the first time, it's new to you, and you go, okay, that's different. That's pretty much what really happened. And in the long run, what happened to that game? There's so many different games that I can remember we saw glance, like, you know, we saw like a glance of it. And then all of a sudden, nothing. What happened to that UK wrestling game? Like, there's always something, like I'm saying, where we see something, and then there's always the goofballs in the comment section. This is gonna be epic. This is gonna be huge. Oh, this is gonna be the greatest game of all. Like, bro, we saw a 30-second freaking trailer. Okay, how could you possibly? You know, say any of these things from a 3-second trailer. So my mindset is, you know what? When it comes out, then it comes out. And then we'll know for sure. Well, where are these games? You guys are content with being told that, the project has been a slight delay because they want to make sure they give you the best experience possible. Okay, cool. That might be the actual goal, right? But what happens when a whole year go by, 2 years, and there's nothing going on? You guys are still sitting there crossing your fingers, hoping that somehow, some way, that the game is still going to come out and it's going to be everything that you dreamed of. Okay, think about this. Now, Ultra Pro has one thing going for it in terms of the roster. Like I said, it's not an actual wrestling company of wrestlers of an actual like promotion, you know. So as far as the game becoming outdated at some point, it could happen in the sense of what they had planned and who they put on the game, like how they have things, like what you can do and the ideas may have to be updated somewhat. That can happen, yes. But when I look at like what that game offered, I really feel like they tried to be different, but with a limited budget. And I feel like because of that limited budget, they don't have confidence that what they're trying to do is going to actually work. That's where I truly believe they are with that game. So, what are we actually waiting for? Like, what are we waiting for to happen, right? It's back to the same thing. 2K is the only show in town with new games, and it's an annual thing. And people are just saying, well, we don't have anything else to play, so hell, let's play that. Now, for the people that like this game, for the people that like Retromania or whatever, that's the whole thing. What I'm saying, do you think that people are playing AAA to this very day because they don't want to? People still play Fight Night Champions faithfully. I see it on TikTok all the time. I see it right here on YouTube. People go live. But what I'm saying, you think that these people don't have anything else to play? Of course they do. So they really like the games that they have. So, Fight Night Champions, like them people keep telling you, all these content creators, when the new game come out, it's not a new game, man. It's going to be updates. And it's not coming from EA. You go on anything EA related, they have no new boxing game in the works. Nothing. This is going to be content creators, okay, people that do mods and all of that. This is with the permission of course, of EA, and pretty much they're going to open their store back up. Or they're going to have, add-ons that you're going to have available on, Microsoft or Sony or whatever, whichever, whatever system the game is for. And pretty much that's what it's going to be. It's not a new game. It's the same exact game. So when people are telling you, are they going to do this? How do you know what they're going to do when there's no information on it? It's basically Fight Night Champions, but it's just going to be new DLCs. So, people, they're telling you it's a new game. It's not a new game. It's not a new game. And my point is, none of these games are new. So, when you have a new game, like Undisputed is the newer of the two, of course, but when you see just as many channels or more of people playing Fight Night than Undisputed, which is the newer game, what does that tell you? So, yeah, Tony Khan, man, you need to really focus on, really understand. You have people that spent their money on this game and they invest in your company. They've been buying the pay-per-views, they all of this type of stuff. Yeah, man. So, yeah, this is a part of it. This is a huge part of it. And one of the best things too that you have to, when you look at, you understand. There's kids right now that never heard of this game that have maybe in the past year go, oh, okay, I didn't know this was a wrestling game. I know this for a fact. And they start playing it and they love this game. And you know what they're not doing? They're not comparing it to 2K. That's the grown idiots doing that. It's a fun game. Now imagine these kids when there's more content available. Imagine how they'll feel about that game then. So this is where I'm saying, man, this really needs to be something that Tony Khan needs to think about Not just think about it, like do it, make it happen, man. Okada, all these different people we got note of, got their faces scanned, and then all of a sudden, you know, nothing happens. Nothing happens. It's not that hard to find a new developer, man. You got the engine, and like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Just add the right things to the game. It's as simple as that. Give the people what they deserve. And you know me, man. I pretty much voice my opinions about things because it's like, hey, man, this is just more fun for us. Like, you see, I go out my way to do things to make things fun for myself. So the people on my channel, the same thing. When I post anything, the whole idea is hope that they like the content. It's not about, I'm not just sitting here doing this just to do it. You know what I mean? And so that just, everybody wins in that scenario, man. All the idiots that want to just keep making comparisons and complaining about stuff, I don't have any time for that. I have no interest in that. We are at a point, man, where if you notice, guys, games are coming out a lot slower. For the past 3-4 years, we keep hearing about this game is supposed to happen, that game is supposed to happen, and the game never happens. It's like you go and you look on these different, online stores for these, games, and you're like what happened? Like, it's a huge slowdown. There's games that's there, there's new games coming out, but it's like a whole lot of, like, where's the games that we were watching, though, that they said was coming out this year? And then all of a sudden it doesn't come out. How long have you guys been waiting for a new GTA? How long have you guys been waiting for Red Dead Redemption 3? And I'm not talking about because you assumed anything. I'm talking about because you got word from someone from these companies saying that the game was coming, and then it's just setback after setback after setback, all these different delays. So, you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. This is a company right here where, man, we got stuff in this game, and all we have to do is unlock it, man. How fucking hard is it to make a cage? You understand what I mean? And hell, AEW can do this. They can actually give you 2 cages. They can give you the one cage that's like snug to the ring, and they can give you the, bigger cage like they just had at their last pay-per-view. And so this is what I'm saying. They can do things like that, and it's here. This is not shit that's hard to do, but if you unlock all these features that you have in this game already, that would be, just those little, it might seem like it's not much, but it really is a big thing. Because we can do it during story mode, but we can't do it in any other mode. And that right there will make so much of a difference. And now you add other things, and oh, come on, like, seriously, this, and this the thing about it is, all you'd be doing in the long run is adding more wrestlers that, more updated roster type stuff. That's what you'd be doing. This guy's on our roster now, let's put him on there, let's put her, and that's what it would be. And along the way, you know what? I just thought of another match tag. And you know what? I just thought of a new gaming mode. But that's up to Tony Khan, y'all. And he's the one that said in the foreseeable future, I pretty much plan on keeping this game, Fight Forever, updated as much as possible. He's the one who said it. So I'm talking directly to Tony Khan. Whether he gets this message or not, whether somebody see it or not, that's why people need to post videos and repost and share and all of that type of stuff, so the word can get out and then the right people hear it. It's not going to harm you any. If anything, it's going to do things for the better. And I guarantee you see a whole lot more people going back into reposting the videos of themselves playing this game. And while you at it, fix Stadium Stampede. I don't like to start something and not finish it. I just don't like to do that kind of stuff. I know that feeling I have if I do that, and it's just not it's a very, you feel like you failed at something. You know what I mean? Like, why did nah. And it doesn't have to even be your fault, but I know that feeling. So when you make a conscious decision that you're just not going to do something, it's like, why? Why would you not give your fans what they deserve? Because that's all you're really doing. This isn't a favor, man. This is a whole, hey, you know what, man? Like, again, it's like making a fucking door. Okay, imagine somebody making a car and just decide I'm not gonna make the keys where you can open the car. Well, how the hell am I gonna get in here? Or you gotta call the dealership and they'll type in the code and send it to your phone, and then you go scan some stupid shit. Like, what the fuck would you do? No, man. This is basic stuff we're talking about. If we can do it, that's one thing any game developer should know. Anything that we can do in story mode on a game like this, we should be able to do it in exhibition and all that other stuff as well. Like, why would you lock match types in? And the fact that when you're playing the story mode, that's one of the most fun matches on it, is when you get in that four-way weapons match. Like, why did you put it in the story mode but not make it an actual game, a match type that we can access? Why can't we fucking use our our created characters in the story mode? I mean, not story mode, in the battle world, like things like that. Like, why? Why? You made an option that during the exploding barbed wire match, you can use the actual exploding barbed wire match versus the it's supposed to happen, then it doesn't, as a gag, as a joke as to what happened between Moxley and Omega. Yeah, we get it. You put that shit on there. I never play that. I never use that match type. You know what I mean? So, like, why would you not just give us, hey, let's unlock this shit. Let's you know what I mean? It's like EA doing that dumb shit where they're gonna give a fucking bottle cap, Dr. Pepper bottle cap to unlock 2 fucking wrestler boxes. Now here it is, over a decade later, people still playing this game and can't unlock these guys. Like, that was just stupid. It was just stupid. So the only way we get to fight these guys, or see them at all, is in story mode. Like, what was the purpose of it? Why? I mean, that was completely dumb. And this is what I'm saying. We need for them to unlock. We need for them to understand, like, this is what the people deserve and what you should already know. We're not going to go away from this game to anything else until we do those things first. And I can tell, outside of Fight Forever, Tony Khan is in no rush to actually jump back in there and just make another game right now. Quick pause. My whole thing is put that same effort, man, that you put into Dynamite and Collision. That same effort. Hey, you know what, man? And how hard is it? How long is it going to take? We're just going to unlock what's here. We're going to make sure everything's patched up so the game is smooth. And then, you know what? Hey, let's add a cage match or two. Let's make these match types of elimination style. Let's do. What's the purpose? Let's do tornado type tags. What is so hard? What is so hard about that, man? That's what I'm saying. Like, and then from there, man, everything else, that's the easy stuff. Because now you're just building on top of what you already have. But guess what? The people that bought this game is now that much more satisfied. That's all you need to do, man. So I think let me see. I think I'm gonna maybe play this match. And this is probably gonna be the last match that I play. But yeah, man, I mean, kind of wanted to use Bandito, but you know what? Let me use the Renegade. Yeah, you want to maybe I'll do this and one more. Maybe this is the last. I don't know. It depends on how I feel once I'm done. But yeah, hey, listen, man, and this is like the same thing with the Retromania community, man. It's like it's a smaller group of people, but they're all playing this game again. And first thing they started doing, let me record myself playing this game. Let's get back into it. It's like, yeah. And then you know what people do is they depend on the content creator. Let me see what they're going to post. Let me see if it's something that I want to, I don't let people make my mind up for me for sure, but they they see something and go, damn, you know what, this looks fun. Let me get back into it. And Tony Khan, man, you don't know how many people that I influenced to play this game. And it was, just they watch me and said, damn, you know what, man, you make the game, you show me how fun it is. On my own accord, I just do this, I do that. They don't use the creative player mode, nothing. The creative character mode, anything. What they got when they need them. And then other people. I had people that was aspiring, watching them create all of these different characters as well. But hey, man. And the fact that everybody knows that the game is an annual, that's going to make them even want it more. Because they're looking for updates. They're not looking for, okay, every year I got to spend $140. And you don't have to do it. But the point is, I'm getting new content. Look at the new Street Fighter game, the last Street Fighter, right? I remember someone was telling me, oh man, they got a new Street Fighter already. I said, oh yeah? And I didn't hear anything about it. And it turned out, no, it's not new, man. That's more DLCs for the last Street Fighter game that they just made. Oh, that was smart? Like, yeah. Now, my point, why in the hell would they make a new game so soon? And basically, to do what? To give you a game that we already have. And that's where, you add some new features and you do something a little different, but you're still getting the same game. And then every year, that's not going to make a lot of people happy, man. And especially for $140. And this is where, like, I look and I think, you know what, man? In this day and time where things are so expensive, people want to buy what they actually like. People don't want to be in a situation where they're just buying something just because. I mean, me and my son, just one, we ate last night at Buffalo Wild Wings. Between two people, the bill came to damn near $80, right? And I say it's funny because when me and your brother used to go out, the three of us, the same place, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings last night, and the same thing we ordered would come out to like $41 or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? So everything is going up, so people are like, nah, man, I'm not going to just be throwing money around for something that I don't really actually need. We don't need video games, okay? We play them because we like them. But, I just feel like it's just the right thing to do. That's what I feel. That's just for me. I just feel like it's the right thing to do. And, like I said, it has nothing to do with any other company. It's just you have a solid product that you basically could have done these things a long time ago. Now, whatever, we know there was a situation between them and the company they were working with. But, going forward, man, it's like, look, let's make this happen. This isn't hard things. I don't have that, once we used to give lists of things they could do with match types and all that. I'm not here to do that right now. We already know there's different things that they could do. But like I said, I mean, just simply even with the cage situation, man, like it's little things that make a difference. Little things. It's like going to if you went to a restaurant and the restaurant looks nice, the food smells good, but you see a dirty table, right? Aren't you going to call somebody like to clean the table? Okay, and if you get seated at a table, shouldn't that table be clean already? So it's what I'm saying. It's like you certain things you just know this is supposed to be done. We don't bring guests in and sit them at a dirty table, right? Really simple. And here we are in a position where, hey, people, they love this game, man, right? But hey, man, you have to understand, like, people are only gonna, wait so long for something new to happen. And this is what I mean, even like with these other games that I mentioned, because people they want to compare something all the time. Like, you saw the stupid comments. Oh, this is gonna shit all over Fight Forever. Oh, this is gonna do it. Everything is a comparison. What does Fight Forever have to do with Ultra Pro? Or whatever other game? One has nothing to do with the other. It's just this constant comparison. And oh man, since Fight Forever didn't do it, then they're gonna do this, and this company's gonna. How do you know what these companies are gonna do? How? And the funny thing is, everybody that said that, my question is, well, what happened? Where are the games at now? Because they're not here. They're not here. They're not here, man. And and like for me, I'm certainly not sitting back with my fingers crossed waiting. You tried to hurt me and you hurt yourself even more. You know, we had a whole lot of people at one point. Now you're bleeding everywhere. You know, we had a whole lot of people at one point, man, that was just talking about all these games that's coming out. I used to sit up and watch different videos. They would show you all the games coming out in the next month or so for Xbox, all of the games coming out in the next month or so, you know, for Nintendo. And, you know, yesterday, part of the news that we got that is that if you own a Switch, that there will be a delay in the DLCs for Switch owners. You know? And so, you know, the response, I remember people saying like, damn, man, now I gotta wait. Like, you know, so yeah, people really want this. They wanted the game. So, you know, I got mine. The DLC came through. It was like 9 something in the morning. And I just finished doing my run and everything. And I said, okay, cool. And yeah, that's what ended up happening. You know, we got the DLC pack. And first the update came. And, you know, then I got the DLC pack. And all of this, you know, Magnum TA, Demolition, the Rock Hero Express, and Macho Man. You know, and we already knew about the other 5. And once they started teasing with the new 6-man, and that 6-man was Macho. And when people found out that Macho Man was going to be on there, it turned into, you know, like there was a whole different interest now. Like there was more of an interest. And all I saw in the comments is, man, I can't wait. You know, I really can't wait to get this DLC, you know. And this is what I'm saying. This is what has to happen. You have to think outside the box. You have to trust the process that you're working with, man, and understand, like, hey, this is my audience. These people have been with me since day one. They know of AEW through the product on TV, but now we put a game out, so they know of us through that. The mobile games, you know, the home console game. All right, cool. We can't just walk away from this. We have to give these people what they deserve, man. Everybody paid their money. Hey, let me show you something here, man. Let me show you something here. Tony, you brought the price down, right? I saw it all seasons, right? All seasons. I saw it for like $39.99, all right? And it was at one point $99.99, right? So imagine the people that bought it, okay? Here we go. You see, I own this. I have this, all right? I don't care about this right here, okay? But bottom line, I had, like, we got this, and, okay? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Bottom line, 39, you know, you brought the price down. You brought the price down, right? So more people will also buy it, which I have to get this again right here because I have it, but I have it on a 360 and I need to get this in here. Then I also need to get this skin for Venom for Marvel Rivals. But you understand, you did that for a reason. We know that you're sharp, okay? I know there's a lot of dumb people out there that think that you're not for whatever reason. You don't have that kind of success and be dumb business-wise. Anyway, decision-making-wise. Here you go, $40 right here, okay? From $99, $99.99 to $39.99. That's for a reason. So if you are at 80 point skeptical about going forward with it, man, you really shouldn't. And you should understand that, you know what, man, people still love this game. It's up to me to do what needs to be done. Simple. Simple, man. Simple. We are not, like me for sure. I'm not someone that just buys something just because, and I make recordings of this game all the time. Um, because I truly love playing this game. I have a lot of fun playing it. And like I said, for me, it's not about a social thing. I can care less about, yeah, I can care less about what everybody else is planning and doing. I've never been that kind of person, and I'm just showing you guys right here. You see what I purchased, right? You see, okay? I I told you guys I have no interest in 2K. I lost interest in that. I lost interest in the WWE period for several reasons. Okay, but you see, I own this. You see what I don't tell you guys things just to tell you. Like, and it's just my choice. I lost, like I said, I lost interest in all that nonsense. I have Undisputed. I have UFC 5. This is all. This right here is the advertisement for getting with what you call it EA. Do their store or whatever. But I have you guys know that already. I have these things. I have virtual Tekken, the new Tekken, the new, like, just these different games that we have, man. It's all about fun for us, man. That's all it is. It's fun. That's all it is. Okay? That's all it is. It has nothing to do with nothing else. So, for you to be, as sharp as you are, man, you have to understand you have a whole audience of people out here that want to see, those additions to this game that should have been there, man. And hey, I love the game as it is. You guys, did things that you added that made the game, that much more fun and pretty damn good. But there are things that just make no sense for you guys to not unlock, man. And let's look at the DLCs, man. So season pass and all that, but let's look. They have how many DLCs? We have here with these guys 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15. Okay? 16 DLCs altogether in 4 seasons. Okay? 16. Now, that's a big jump because he started out, I think, with 50 people altogether or something like that. So with created wrestlers, we're talking like 160 something people or whatever. Just say, bottom line, with all of that and with the maps that they added, come on, man. Come on, man. The tournament mode, the beat the elite mode. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? So easy, so simple. Unlock what you guys already have and give us what we, as people that rock with AEW, it's not a favor. Just give these people, man, what they want to get. And I feel like it's deserved. Let's be real. Because even for people to buy this game, you got haters out there. You got idiots out there. Because people would buy the game and go, oh, I'm only playing it because it's free on PlayStation. Right, but you're recording yourself playing it every single day because you don't like it, right? People are just fools, man. So forget them and focus on the people who really made this game what it is, because those people stood by you and was buying this game regardless to the mixed reviews and all of that. So, and I interact with people, okay, regularly that love this game. Real simple. This message is directly for Tony Khan. AEW is where it is because of the people, man. Don't abandon Fight Forever. I mean, really, it's a slap in the face to everybody that really wants this game and that love this game. There's no reason to give us what you already halfway given us, because these features are in the game. And anything additional, it should only be common sense. What should we put in this game that we can do? And now, give it out to the people quickly, man. And I'm not saying rushed. I mean, it's not twisting your arm to get done. You figure that out. But at the end of the day, this is something that's deserved, man. It's deserved. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Talk to me in the comment section. Catch you guys on the next video.